All right, brother. How are you, bro? How was your day?
Red button. Ding. Good. How's yours?
Can't complain, dude. Dude, bro, it has been so hot lately, dude. Oh my
Dude,
god.
I went swimming the other day. It was nice. Finally had that opportunity. Although I left my Crocs in the front of my car because I wear Crocs like to and from work, so I don't have to drive in work shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and they shrunk.
I feel like that's like the second time that's happened to you, actually.
Yeah, it might have been the second time, but I never learn. My
You, I,
Crocs are always shrinking.
but that's weird because I leave my Crocs out in the sun at practice every single time, and they
Practice?
never shrink.
Maybe it's something with like the car and like the windshield's like hitting it like a magnifying
It's
glass.
maybe are they black?
They're gray.
Oh, it's probably maybe it's a dark color thing, like absorbing the sun more. Because I have white.
Could be true.
You know, but
My work's just been super busy, dude. I've been slammed with projects this week.
so what do you work on?
Like my day to day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'll get like schematics of buildings, right? And then I'll see like these data drops. So like your Ethernet cord,
Yeah.
like all those like outlets and like
Okay.
the cable that's actually inside your house. I'll see all those on there and I'll mark it up and I'll make a quote for like those kind of things. That's like the
Interesting.
short version of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Seems like a
all that internet data stuff, I'm quoting and like giving you pricing on those and stuff.
damn. So you're a hacker. That's just like my perception of what your job is. You're just like on the computer hacking all day.
I'm more of like a here constructor, here's a payment number, pay this number, and then you build it.
Okay. Okay. I mean that.
We have field technicians at I'm just in the office.
Do you enjoy it?
I do a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever think that you actually would like enjoy office life?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say that I thought I would enjoy manual labor. So, yes.
Very valid, right? Because it just seems like at least when you're a kid, it's like either
Wanted to be an
you're
astronaut.
you're either in an office or outside.
Right.
That just seems like the young person consensus when it comes to picking a job, you know. And now I just can't stop picturing you as a hacker. You're that guy where
Dude,
we call
for
Lester.
my classes, I have to do coding, and God, I hate it. I hate it so much. I used to like coding a lot. I just hate it now.
I've heard I have a friend that's a coder, and he says it's one of those things where if it doesn't speak to you right away, you're probably not going to really be you're not going to do that for your job. It has to like speak to you as
Right.
a second
It's so
language.
tedious.
Okay, so with that, what is the most tedious part about coding? Is it all the ones and zeros?
Coding,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
with coding specifically, it's just the errors. You could have one small little thing wrong with it, and it will not work. That's the
Ew.
most annoying part because dude, when you have thousands and thousands of characters and just one thing's wrong, that's so much shit you have to go through.
That just kind of reminds me of what like Ethan was saying when we had him on the podcast. He was like, and he sent that picture with all these different avenues of code, like or like I don't know if what it almost made it seem like they were like gates, and they're like jumping, and the code is jumping to each different gate for each
Mhm.
option.
No, when we talked to Ethan, it kinda reminded me because I did a game design class for my first year of college,
Yeah, yeah, I remember you telling me that.
and yeah, and I have something that's very, very similar with the branching of, codes. That's actually pretty fun.
Really?
Yeah, the game design, I think you'd like that class. You do some coding, but, you get to make a game. Come on, it's fun.
Damn, dude. What kind of game did you make? I never did anything
There
like
was
that.
multiple I made.
Is it like
I
a stick
only have
figure fighting
1.
game kind of thing, or is it like
No, I wasn't that good.
it up
One was like a 2D shooter, like alien shooter. Like you just
2D alien shooter?
spin around, shoot like lasers. Like
Hmm.
built this like maze thing, right? And then the one that I have saved on my computer with like that code branching out is just like a horror text written game with like audio and stuff.
Interesting.
So it's
That
like a pick your own story, but like it's all text driven.
That seems so crazy because just imagine, like, just seeing how far gaming has come, right? Like with GTA 6 coming out, and then just like the first video game of like Pong, where it's just the the code is probably so simple for Pong where it's like bounce back and forth and then you just block, and you can just go up and down,
Right.
the coding to that compared to what like GTA 6 has, my head like hurts to think of like all that coding that's in GTA 6.
If I feel like this is gonna be an Xbox 360, but I was gonna say if you have like one old console or arcade-ish thing when you're older, what would you want to have?
Explain that question. Sorry, I'm what?
Bad wording on my part. When I'm older, I would kill to have a pinball machine.
Okay.
But like that, those kind of things, like an old arcade, like or like console or something. Like, is there one like antique
Yeah,
quotations
that's a
quotations that
like
you'd
vintage.
want?
That's a great question. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Maybe, um, like I don't know if it exists, but I think it would be so sick. I know it like the game, but a different branch, like Resident Evil, right? I think it'd be
Okay.
so sick to have like one of those arcade where it's like, you pick up the gun, and, you're shooting the arcade,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like Resident Evil 4, or like I've seen it with
Mm.
like Dave and Buster's has one where it's Halo. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
you and me even played a Halo arcade game before, Caden.
Have we? I don't
I
think we
do.
have. Has
I
has has Ducks ever gone to the arcade?
No, but that's now like a thing that we need to go do, right?
I got you.
Is
We're
there
going arcade.
are there arcades up there like those like cool
There's
ones or
arcades
what?
anywhere. We can go to LA when we're down at WC.
Oh,
For
I'm in.
fun, we could go down there.
I'm in, dude, for fun.
Dude,
People
I,
fucking
I
hate
hope
fun.
work gives me that off.
What?
If my coworkers hear this, they better give me the tournament days off. I haven't seen any confirmation.
I mean, shit, dude, that's just a
I'm
courtesy
sure
of
it'll be fine.
being like, hey, love you guys. You guys are, feeding me, but I'm not gonna be there those days.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
know,
sure it'll be fine.
and the work etiquette is so different, right? Because I have a lot of coworkers that are super fucking old school, and it is so annoying.
I was gonna say your coworkers are older, right?
Yeah, I have one that's like probably almost double my age, and then I have one that's like just a few years older than I am. Right,
Yeah.
those are the ones that I interact with every single day, like all the time.
Okay.
And the one that's a little bit older than me, she has like a whole like sleeve, right? She's very like my age ish, right?
Very hip.
Pretty Yeah, pretty sure she listens to like tons of like emo music and shit like that, right? Like
Oh fuck yeah.
I've asked her some questions that have given me a lot of information of like what kind of person she is, right? And obviously an old person, that shit gives you like stick in the mud vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay. I don't even know how we got to this.
We
But
were
now we're
start talking about work.
yeah. Okay. But now I want to
We were
round
stacking.
yeah, I want to
Playing
round it
Django
back.
over here.
Yeah, I want to round it back to the arcade game.
All right.
Like the OG Pac-Man. I'm not the greatest at Pac-Man, but I feel like that is like just so old school that whenever you see one, it's like, man, that is a gem that people were probably fucking jerking that joystick like crazy.
You want to know a nerdy thing I know?
So,
So you know how Ready Player One's my favorite movie, right?
yep.
Um, in the movie, Parzival gets his extra life from the curator in
Mm-hmm.
the movie. Like he tosses him like a little quarter.
Yep.
It's like an extra life, right? In the book, he gets it by doing a perfect game of Pac-Man.
Damn. Like one round?
No, or so like do like a perfect game of Pac-Man is like getting all the pellets, and eating every single ghost with every single power up on like every single level, on and on and on,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a random fact that
Yeah.
I
Dude,
just
if you want,
that was
you
the
could
one.
Google this for me. I'm pretty sure there's like a glitch with Miss Pac-Man
This Pac-Man.
where once you get to a certain point, like half the screen is gone, and you have to like guess, and you have to have memorized the way that the map is for like way back in the day. So let me know if that's real.
Ghost slipping, kill screen, class reunion, or
Like the OG Miss Pac-Man, where it's the same shit, it's just Miss. You know,
Miss Pac-Man.
it was like
Yeah, the two most famous ones are the ghost pass through and the kill screens.
I think that was the kill screens where it was like half the screen would die, and you would have to guess, or not even guess, you'd memorize where the rest of the channels were. And you couldn't see the ghosts once they got to that halfway part. You couldn't see where yourself were. You were just relying off all of your other senses except for sight.
Due to wait, on level 256, or no, at 134, due to an integer overflow, the game struggles to draw the fruit and glitches out, creating up to 8 consecutive corrupted split screens.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Something like that, right? Where if you got so good, the game would basically like crash in a way. Where like to get past that, you would have to just do some astronomical skill level of gaming for that.
Okay.
You know, but okay.
Hmm.
So I guess one of the main things I wanted to talk about this episode, Caden, are what are some of the things that what are some weird things that we normalize as a society? You know, there's a lot of weird things that, like, if you think about normal American culture 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or even like look at it in like the 50s and 60s, dude. That was back when, bro, a single guy could feed a wife and 3 kids off of 40,000 a year.
I'm just asking to get canceled this episode.
I got a couple that I'm like, man, the way we dance around it, we could get in trouble.
Off the top of the head, the fucking weirdest thing that we fucking normalize is fucking furries.
I completely agree with that.
Why the fuck are we acting like animals?
And because, okay, and I'm gonna be telling on myself right here, dude. When I was a kid, okay, if you were like between the ages of like 3 and like 6 or 7, if you didn't like pretend to be like an animal as like a kid, like, did you ever pretend to be an animal? I was a dinosaur kid, so I love being a dinosaur.
Yeah, the occasional random stuff. I mean, I still got that.
Yeah, you know, rip that shirt open, you know. But
it still happens every full moon. But
yeah, okay, this is definitely me telling on myself. When I would first, this is gonna make me sound like a fucking furry, but so
the beast inside me.
So I remember, dude, I saw The Lion King when I was a kid, dude. I don't know what it was, but goddamn, that struck a chord in me where that was different. Dude, seeing Mufasa die like that, bro. Seeing Simba hit the Hakuna Matata with a little mink and a warthog, so good.
Yeah.
So I'd pretend like I was a lion. I was like, I'm part of the
what's her name? What, Nala? Is that her name?
Yeah. She definitely giving you those eyes, bro. She definitely giving you those eyes for sure, right? And I was like, whoa, what is going on here, right? So
you were Simba.
Dude, I was myself, bro. Just as I was like, I'm way in a different time period. I'm way above these guys. Fuck that. So I remember dude, the very first time I ever had beef jerky.
I'm not. Go on. Go on.
The very first time I ever had beef jerky, dude, I like grabbed that shit with my mouth, ran back to my room, and ate that shit like it was a fucking carcass, dude.
What? Like grabbed it?
Yes, dude, exactly.
Oh my god!
Because I was a little kid. I'm a little kid, right? What am I supposed to do? You know, that's just.
I mean, you know. I think that's just part of our genes, you know. You get that chicken leg, you just, like
yes. But then I realized once I hit that age, I was like, wait a second, I'm not a fucking lion. I'd be lying to you, buddy, if I was, you know. But just kind of the whole concept of like a furry, I feel like it's almost where it's like this weird like sexual thing now. It's like nobody is ever like just normal. You know, I've never met a normal furry. You know, they're always in fucking VR chat and like hiding behind these like weird.
I have phantom pain.
Yes, I have phantom pain, dude. Low-key, I would love to react. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just got to make like an FTS reacts channel and just react to cringe videos and just see what we can get away with that.
FTS goes into VR chat. I have a VR.
Dude,
we'll do it.
I could definitely get my hands on a VR for sure. Holy shit! Imagine what we could do with those people, dude. The content we could create. God. Let me tell you, dude. I've done Red Dead roleplay. I've done GTA roleplay. I know how to roleplay with that.
Green and purple alien.
Dude, I could. Which one were you?
Wait, hold on. Which one were you?
I was purple. I was DMG.
Okay.
What's up, boy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right?
No, rep the purple.
Rep the purple. But yeah, just being furry is just so weirdly normalized now, where it's almost like if people like shame parents for like not like, this is gonna sound bad, but like smacking it out of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, some people call it child abuse. I call it just normal.
And it's like get it. Like mind like everyone can mind their own business. You can do your own thing. If it doesn't bother me, it's not the end of the world. But we can still say it's weird.
Yeah, and let me just tell you, to anybody that's listening, if you're a furry, you have bigger balls than I do. I could not do that.
FTS still loves you.
FTS still loves you, dude. If the money's there, we don't care, dude. We'll take a furry sponsorship, But you guys have huge balls. How do you guys do that in public? I just couldn't. You know what? That would be a funny video. Is like infiltrating like FurryCon.
Brando's already a furry.
Brando is already a furry, dude. Guy looks like it.
I was thinking about the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
What guy are you?
Oh, that is like the most diabolical like furry that looks, because the furry is wearing the DMG jersey, bro.
That's our mascot.
Makes it look so bad. Like,
we need a duck one. It's a duck furry.
Dude, we got to get that one where it's like a duck, but like huge muscles, muscles.
Yeah.
It's basically like a duck head on Marv's body. That's basically what we got to do as a
random topic with that. I saw that there was like 3D printed like rubber duck that had just like straight muscle legs. I thought that was really funny, and I wanted to buy one.
What an interesting way of consumerism that we have now. Like that is another thing that's weirdly normalized, is consumerism. Like, there is so much weird shit that you can buy now. Like okay.
It's so funny, dude. I want one to myself. Fuck, this is not loading.
It's so weird, the shit that people will buy just to like kind of like make themselves like efficient in a way, right? Like, let me try to think of like a really good example. Okay, like I've seen one where it's like a clicker and it's like a switch to your light switch. Bro, you really can't get up and flick the switch? Are you kidding me?
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's like a thing that they
I thought you were gonna say like a fidget toy, but okay.
Okay, those are even worse. Bro, if I see you as a man and you're fidgeting in a fidget spinner, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, why are we hating on fidget spinners?
Okay, dude, bro, I've never actually seen that out in the wild to anybody that's over the age of like 10.
Age of 10. Well, you're about to see another one right here, baby. Still got mine.
But notice you had to like go look for it. That's not like a thing. That's not a thing that you would like go out in the open with and be like, oh man, I'm standing in the line at the bank. My anxiety's killing me. Let me fidget. Like is that you? You just gotta
No.
flick the fidget.
I mean, I struggle sitting still for long times, but.
But do you bring out a fidget spinner?
No, no. The one thing I will do is fucking pen.
Oh, you start. You're a clicker, huh?
I'm a pen clicker, bro.
I sometimes get that if I'm on the phone. Like say if I'm on like a business call and I'm just like not, because I'm a pacer, right? If I'm ever on the phone with somebody, I like walk around in circles.
I do that when I'm here. I'll just circle the kitchen, right? Start hitting that NASCAR.
But obviously I'm at work, right?
Right.
I'm like sitting still, and then I'll click the pen or something, or like flip it around like a butterfly knife or something like that, Minware. But okay, I got a couple other things that are so weird when it comes to things you've normalized as a society. That is a tongue twister, bro. Is that just me?
No.
Okay.
Normalize that. Yeah.
Normalize as a society. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, Love Island. That is a phenomena that I just do not understand.
It's my girlfriend watches it. Almost all females watch it. I think it just lives in the drama, and it just lives in drama and lust. Like it's the two factors of it. Which is so
weird, isn't it? Like it's like, because I had my girlfriend explaining it to me, and she doesn't watch it, but she like looked up like the parameters of it. So I think there's a thing.
It's so raunchy,
dude, where they have to like they separate them and then bring like
Mhm.
so they have them meet and then they separate them and they bring in
Casa more.
another co-ed group and they have to like pick them, but the other team is like watching.
Yeah, Casa more. Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
It,
Like,
it's funny. Love Island comes up, or it was coming up very often at my work. And it's funny, one of our coworkers actually knows the person that went on.
red fucking flag. Dude, people who watch Love Island, that is a red fucking flag for me.
So
It's just so weird how
here's
normalized it is
the
to like
thing.
cheat on your other person.
Here's the yeah, I mean, I agree with that. The thing is with this, almost every single girl probably watches it. Almost. But if
Okay.
you're a man that watches it and you're not
Freak,
with your girlfriend, then there's a problem.
dude. That is a what's like worse than that's like a black flag. You know, that is horrible, dude. Like,
Whoa, why is black the wrong color here?
well, I'm just thinking
White
of like
flag,
I'm
sorry.
mostly just thinking of like the Jolly Roger. You know, it's like a
Yeah, I know.
you know. Just had to save myself right there, dude. Almost got me. You ain't getting me this time, buddy. Stop directing the racism in me, bro. It's really you. Stop it.
My
Stop.
ethnic cleansing, right?
Yep. You know.
Uh,
You know. You got some points. Anyway, but yeah, Love Island. That is just weird because it's like all centered around like cheating and like picking somebody random over the person that you've like, been like developing with.
are other shows like The Bachelor and stuff like that similar? Or
I
haven't
think
seen those
so.
shows like Bachelor,
I
Bachelorette.
never watched that shit because one, I have an IQ above room temperature, and that just doesn't like appeal to me.
Now, if we want to watch some drama, we could go put on some Dance Moms or fucking Jersey Shore or whatever the fuck.
Hey man, the sad truth is
But
I actually
the
like
fucking
when I was
lust
in middle
stuff?
school, that was like the big thing. I guess when I was in middle school, the Love Island was Jersey Shore.
Mhm.
Jersey Shore was sadly so normalized where it's like and that like now that I'm like really breaking that down in my head, like the things that I remember being like a big deal talking about at school is when
Mhm.
like the people would like beat up each other. Or like one was when one of the characters was named Ronnie. Motherfucker looks like a an AI
Yeah.
version of Muscle Guy.
Yeah.
And he had a girl named Sammy and they were dude, like they would low key
Mhm.
like beat the shit out of each other at times, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
I'm
was
on season 2 of
normalized.
that. Yeah.
Or like
Well, and they're like juiced up.
they for sure juiced up and
Yeah.
like that it was just so normalized as hookup culture. That was where I would say hookup culture was so like prevalent in social media space where for me that was just kind of weird. I never really liked that.
Is this no? This is AC. This is after Caden. Right? This is your school days.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
my school days, right? When I was in like freshman, like 8th grade, like those were like some pretty prevalent topics with Jersey Shore.
AC. Okay.
You know, people were coming to school. Dude, did you hear about what happened on Jersey Shore last night? And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know, and I would like go. I wasn't in the loop like that. But I wanted to be. I would go home, watch the previous week's episode, and then like catch up, and then like, oh yeah, I totally know.
Yeah. Now it's. Did you know Brando got dumped from the villa?
Like, that is, bro, that is just so fucking weird because it's like even if you're not attracted to that person or you even want to be with that person, it's like good to like scheme against the other people. You know, they're like, oh well, if correct me if I'm wrong, if you're single, you get booted off,
More or less. Yeah.
right? Like,
There's like small grace periods, but yeah,
yeah,
you'll
like
get booted off.
so people will just like randomly hook up with people just to get like status and just be on the show longer. Weird. Let me tell you, dude.
You're supposed to find love.
Okay,
Love Island.
gay son or daughter that's been on Love Island before, like that is the ultimate question now. You know, like it just seems
I've
so
had this.
weird.
I've had that. The normal way.
Yeah. Gay son,
This is also
daughter.
that's also cancel culture for some reason. I'd probably have a gay son.
Really? Elaborate.
You gonna tell people your daughter's on Love Island?
No, I'd be like, oh, she's a celebrity. Don't ask me if I'm proud or not. But yeah, Love Island, fucking red flag. Red flag. Do not understand that. But okay, you know another one that I think is a weird thing we've normalized?
What's up?
Being completely dependent and carrying all the time phones.
Yeah, I'm really trying to like distance myself from using it.
Dude, I have to.
I'm trying.
I feel like every time I look at it, it's like there. Every time I open up social media, it is something fucking crazy,
Hmm.
and I'm like, dude, I had Instagram to see my friends live their lives, and
Right.
now it's like this weird parasocial relationship where people follow other people and they're like, oh, I'm nice, my like totally mattered to them. No, bro.
And it's like for me personally, it's like I'm in a weird state where it's like I want to go message everybody. I want to go message all my friends and like just do the occasional scrolling, but it's like I low key like don't want to be on my phone. Like I fucking hate the idea that I'm missing out on core fun events because I'm on my phone.
Yes, but I will say the cool part about phones is the fact that we were able to capture the moment.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's like a plus. Okay, well, like another plus, GPS. You're telling me people rolled out a 16-fold map while they're driving?
Nope.
What? That was the efficient thing to do before GPS?
You know, I think obviously you wouldn't know the time. I think personally, if I learn how to drive somewhere once, I'll remember it forever.
Damn, really?
I
Once.
oh maybe I'm exaggerating maybe a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, like let me drive the paintball for the first time. Like if I do that and drive home, I got it. Especially with
Okay.
like the signs and stuff, like you learn it pretty easily.
I if I'm being honest, I'm low key like a GPS guy, like wherever I go, because I just like being able to see like traffic and being like, oh shit, okay, there's traffic here. Psh, I'm going
Right.
around that,
Yeah.
buddy.
Right.
You know?
I'm saying like just the old days of pulling out like the map and I'm pretty sure I could just follow it.
Or like, okay, MapQuest. I remember that was the thing that my
Like,
mom would talk about when I was a kid.
do you think if you ever went down to Santa Monica, you'd be able to find your way around without needing a map?
From GTA, I genuinely do think I could, for the most part. Um,
Mhm.
I could probably tell you.
You're
Uh,
like, yeah, the strip club is on 63rd and no, I'm just kidding.
Amen. But let me just tell you one thing that they don't have in GTA anywhere near as much as that. Fucking homeless, bro.
Oh
That shit,
God,
bro. Like you're low key going through Skid Row.
I have a topic.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure I already told you this. Or no, who did I don't know. I walked past a dead body, a homeless dead body the other day.
Okay. First time.
First time.
Nice.
Um, I was at work and we went to coffee, and on the way back, saw this chick and had blood on her nose. I think she had like drool or throw up on her mouth, but she was like the way she was laying, she was like in a way that like she looked like she was like chilling, right? Um,
So it's not like the Family Guy dead body where it's like the arm bent the back of the
no,
leg.
no, it was like they're probably like just comfortable,
Oh,
right?
like kicking your feet up, hands behind your back, just chilling.
Kind of, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For the most part, but we didn't want to like go up to them because like if you wake up with someone that's homeless or on drugs, like
I'm not trying to get
kind of
fucking killed. Are you kidding me?
right. Yeah, come to find out, like when we got off work, there was a tarp over her and police cars and caution tape.
Damn. What do you think it was? What do you think? How do you think she died?
Drugs.
Drugs. Damn, it's a
Bro,
tragic way to go, bro.
and I didn't know that was like a thing on Walnut Creek. Like I thought they were like Walnut Creek's like the rich area. Like they must be on that good shit.
I mean, dude, let me tell you, because the thing is, okay, this is a thing that I kind of want to add to that. The whole era of like party drugs is completely gone, right? Like
Yeah.
the era of like going out and having fun doing cocaine, like that is
Hmm.
not a thing anymore. You genuinely run the risk of like if you do not know exactly where your shit is coming from, which nobody does.
Right. That.
Dude, exactly. That is a huge prevalent problem that like that shit's getting laced in like Xanax,
Hmm.
right? And just, for some reason, people are buying Xanax bars off the fucking street, which is crazy.
Side note, I think a weird thing we've normalized is vaping. I think that's fucking weird.
Dude, like I remember when I thought cigarettes were normalized, and now it's like, dude, vaping is normalized. Like
Well,
they're
it just got switched. Like it didn't. Cigarettes didn't disappear. It just got replaced. Like,
yes, and people were like, "Oh my god, the vape is gonna like let's go vape. They're gonna kill the big tobacco industries." No, you fucking dumbass.
fuel the
The big
nicotine.
tobacco owns the vape shops. Like, are you retarded? Like it makes like no sense to me. And I was a guy who genuinely was addicted to nicotine. Right?
Mhm.
I can honestly say that I was a vapor, hard R, right? And it just I don't know what it was. It was like a social thing,
Mhm.
right? Because everybody had one.
Right.
And I agree with that. That is so badly normalized, dude. I'll be driving home from work, and I'll see like kids like sitting like the bus stop or like walking home or something.
Dude, it's
Dude, and
so
they are
bad.
chiefing.
I've seen like 12-year-olds chiefing, like as
Bro.
I'm driving past school. That is insane to me. Insane.
Yeah. And now because it's like at least in the generation, I feel like my generation, it was like cigarettes were obviously bad. But
Right.
like once it
Oh, that's
like
always the
when
thing.
vaping first came out, people were like, "Oh, dude, it's just air. It's just
The
air and
O'Hare
vapor."
guy.
Right? And it that was just like a normal thing. And then it comes to find out, I would probably say like maybe like 2020, like people were really like locking down and kind of seeing like how much it was like affecting like their bodies. Obviously, you're just sitting at home and you know you're just chiefing inside all day. People are definitely starting to notice like their what was it, popcorn lung? Was that a thing?
Popcorn lung. Yeah, that
Popcorn
was
lung.
the.
I feel like that was hugely prevalent during COVID.
So, remind me again how you feel again since you stopped, like that transition,
Oh, dude, let me tell
and
you.
like the withdrawals with it.
Yeah. So I would say that the only part that's hard about quitting, and honestly, I feel like you can genuinely take this with any kind of drug. Obviously, I've never been addicted to heroin, but I think that the number one thing that it takes to quit is willpower. If you're like, I'm half-assed doing this. If you're even like 1% half-assed,
Right.
dude, you're falling through the cracks, bro. Like it was
Hmm.
a thing where I remember me and Cedar, we were like, all right, we want to take paintball way more serious. Like, I think we just lost a tournament or something like that, and we were just like, we're done. Like, we're not doing this anymore.
Right.
We fucking threw our vapes away, and then we
Hmm.
never looked back. But I
Yeah.
feel so much better. I feel like my stamina is so much better. I feel like my sinuses are so much clearer. I feel like my headspace is so much clearer. But the worst part about it was the oral fixation.
Hmm.
Like, dude, I drive to Sacramento every weekend.
Need those sunflower seeds.
Dude, I actually have a fucking weird like invention.
What I
Here.
do.
Check, dude. Look at this. Look at this weird invention. You see this?
Okay.
This
What
is
is
like
that?
this is like a seed thing, right? So I'll be like this. I'll be like, oh shit, boom, top hole, poof, spit in it, right?
Oh fuck yeah.
Right, and then bottom where my seeds go, where I get more. Then I just stack it
Oh,
on top.
where'd you get that?
Dude, consumerism, baby, consumerism.
Where'd you get
I
that?
got
I
it
just
like.
get the fucking plastic cup.
But for some reason this was a gift. I did not buy it myself.
Capitalism.
There's no way I'm buying this shit.
Damn it.
There's no way.
We're looking that up.
But
What was I gonna say? Nah, that's good, man. That's good. Also, shout out Patty Gleason.
shout out Patty
Um,
Gleason, right? I think he is like a
um,
great. I think, dude, having him on really kind of opened my eyes because he was a big advocate for it. Where it's like, dude, like the willpower of it. You can't just think about doing it. If you don't dive in, you are going to get lost, and you're gonna fall. And it sucks knowing that how easy it is to fall through the cracks if you don't have that willpower, right? Like another addiction that people have that like is definitely too normalized, dude, is food. Dude, food is such
I love food.
dude, don't get me wrong, I love food too, but I know my limit. I know when I'm like, man, maybe I should
Like
not
you're
be
not
eating
like
this
400
fucking
pounds.
triple cheeseburger from McDonald's every single day.
Hmm.
You know?
Okay, that's another cancel topic because everything's fucking cancel culture. That is one thing I don't like that's normalized. The fact that, oh, you're 300 pounds, you're fucking beautiful. No,
Oh,
you're
the
not.
body positivity movement. I think that is a scary path because it
Like
is fake.
your inside could definitely be beautiful.
Dude,
You could
that
have a
shit is
beautiful smile,
that community is so fake. Look at
but you're just
Lizzo.
fucking unhealthy as
Look at
shit. Like,
Lizzo
bro.
and Adele. Like
Mhm.
those were relatively. I mean, Lizzo was the fucking name of the game of big chicks, right? And Adele was also a pretty big chick, right? But
Mhm.
dude, she could sing. She had pipes on her. But
Right.
once they kind of got skinny and they kind of realized, man, my life is great. All the body positivity people are attacking them because it's not okay to be skinny. In the body positivity movement, it is like not okay to be skinny
Right.
or like normal sized, healthy.
Mhm. And dude, the thing is, people try to say like, "Oh, well, some people can't help it." Well, fucking obviously, then I don't care about those people. Like, that's not who I'm fucking attacking. I'm attacking the people that have a choice.
For sure. And I think that legitimately the choice is discipline, like
Mhm.
not putting the fork in your mouth, right? Like, okay,
True.
look at like a thing that we
Or at
like,
least it's like the thing we say where it's like, what, 70, 80% of adults don't go running?
yeah, like
Like
70% of adults do not sprint after high school.
like
That is
that just proves some of
crazy.
it.
That is
And
crazy to think
obviously,
about.
America's food fucking is not good for you. Like, it's like I get that.
For sure. Like I feel like the the highly processed food is so fucking normalized, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, okay, after practice, we went to a place for that for food that I got some chicken and it
Okay.
made sure that the label said cage-free chicken,
Okay.
right? Which made it twice as expensive,
Damn.
right? And so I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna start fucking growing my own chickens. You know, like that now
You're
that
slaughtering them yourself.
yeah, it's way more
Oh, you
important
just
to
get chickens for eggs.
dude, it's way more important. It's way more important to know where your food comes from. All these people are like, oh man, like Tyson chicken nuggets, bro. Those animals are living in suffering for their entire life. But like that, but people are just like, oh well, I don't know where it comes from. I don't have to worry about it. But then once you kind of show them where they are, they're like, oh god, that's a little weird. Like I'm gonna stop eating chicken. I'm gonna
I've
stop
never
eating
had
that.
Tyson's chicken nuggets.
I definitely have had Tyson chicken nuggets. Don't get me
You
wrong,
know,
they're good,
I
but they're
I
very
say
high
that, but then I'll
processed.
still eat a hot dog.
Okay, dude, nothing is wrong with a good old fashioned bratwurst. I had bratwurst like
Mhm.
just the other day. That shit is so good.
Hey, but we are the 30% of adults that actually sprint, so we get a fucking pass.
That's very very valid. But the whole the processed food. Okay, do you know who Danny Duncan is? The YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
heart milk.
yeah, so Danny Duncan is doing a thing where I think that he is like start because it seems like the whole system of his town in Sarasota County is against him. They
Really?
are they are more than doubling his taxes in the past year for property tax, but the people that are like developing on it on other land that's even bigger are getting way bigger tax breaks for no fucking
Really?
reason, right?
I
And
haven't I
so
haven't kept up with him recently.
he's kind of like one thing that he's been doing is he just bought like 1,000 fucking chickens or something like that. And so he's
Okay.
like now he's like, oh dude, this is like free money. And so his ice cream stand that's in Sarasota County,
Right.
they sell eggs now. And that so he
Okay.
got a ton of egg he bought a ton of chickens. They obviously make a ton of eggs, and those
Mhm.
are like free range chickens. They just walk around his property, whatever, right?
Okay.
And he's like the food that Walmart sells is so bad for you,
Mhm.
so bad for you. So it's like you might as well just get your own chickens. You know,
Fair enough.
low costing. They pay for themselves. You're getting free eggs. You're getting free meat, and they
Mhm.
replenish themselves.
I'm saying, how hard is it to maintain chickens?
Free money glitch, bro. Free money glitch. Free food glitch.
Yeah, I wanna take green onions and like regrow them. I saw you can regrow them.
You know, it's a very valid thing, especially that thing where it's like, oh, you want to be a warrior in a garden. You'd rather be a warrior than a garden than a gardener in war. You know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You always want to be a threat, even though no matter what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of get it now. Like, dude, it feels good to like. This is gonna sound so like weird, but it feels good to get like my hands like into like moist soil.
Getting that green thumb.
You
Really
know,
touch the earth.
you know what I'm saying, right? Like
That's
what
why Joe Barrett doesn't ever wear shoes.
Joe Barrett is one with the earth that I admire. I'm not gonna be as barefoot that often, but dude, I love it, bro. I love it. And
Amen.
right, but I feel like normalizing making your own stuff is what we should do, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like we should be. Uh, I mean, now
Or
it's like so. It's
like being Amish.
shit, boy. If I could have a PC, I'm for sure Amish. If I could go home at the end of the day of fucking double churning some butter, dude, I am in. If I can get a PC at night, I'm in.
The one form of technology.
I will churn that butter like no one else. I will pull that wagon like a fucking raging bull with the biggest balls. Like
Oh my god.
all I'm saying is that is a great way to live. And hot take, but it's a fact. The Amish, they don't have autism. Like the people that are born in Amish and like raised in like those people, they don't have like autism. Like they rarely have like Down syndrome. They rarely have like serious defects like that.
That's just because of bloodline, or
I don't know. I think it's because they're not eating all this fucking
they're not
bullshit
eating?
processed food. They're not eating this poison that is given in a grocery store.
Well, unfortunate for them, they don't know as much about trains and dinosaurs as we do.
That is a fact. That is a fact. But the thing is, right, is if I had a PC, I could show them, hey, come on, Jacob Johnson, like check this shit out, you know? Because Jacob Johnson from PB Fit, Loki looks like he's Amish.
Speaking,
You get it?
yeah, he does. Speaking of computers, it's funny. At work, I've been laughing over the fact because my bosses have asked me like, oh, like what have they taught you at school? Like did they teach you like the software I'm using at school? And I was like, oh no, I just fucking learned it like just here now. They're like, really? I was like, yeah, the school doesn't teach me any of that fucking shit, bro. I'm just a fucking nerd that plays video games. Like,
Yeah.
I just have a computer.
And when you're on a computer for so long, when you see someone that's never been on a computer, dude, you are like doing sorcery in front of them.
I
Like,
try not to get annoyed with those kinds of people, but sometimes I do. I
Like-
was with my other intern.
like teaching my grandpa how to open a fucking internet window is like, he thinks I'm doing fucking voodoo. He's like, how do you do that? And I'm just like, you get the mouse
You
and
open
you click
Google.
right here,
Oh, my what now?
right? Stop sign. What stop
What's up,
sign?
that?
Right? Like it. I genuinely want to be at least somewhat knowledgeable when it comes to the latest and greatest tech, to where the younger generation doesn't have to fucking deal with me like that.
Right.
You know?
I want to be the hip, cool uncle / grandparent or whatever.
Yes. Right. I mean, there's certain things that like I don't know how to do on a computer. Like I don't know how to code. Like myself, like, as an average person, I don't know how to code. Right.
Right.
But I would know how to. If I was starving, I would know how to go online and order food to my house.
Right. Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of people who don't know how to do that.
I've visualized the map. I can walk my ass to Taco Bell.
Bro, I mean, my Taco Bell, that's probably like a 30-minute walk, low key. What's your nearest
Sorry,
Taco
on
Bell
the
walk?
topic of walk, actually walking,
Actually walking.
15 minutes.
Damn, 15. Mine's like 30.
20.
If I'm speed walking, maybe 26.
It's like a 4-minute drive. So then, okay, so that would make it probably like, I don't even fucking know. I don't know the car to walking ratio.
That's okay, dude. You just gotta do the math on the hypotenuse on
I
how
can
it'd
do
be.
like the math. I can do the math of where I'm running because I ran to my friend's house to go work out at his place.
Uh-huh.
So I just had to just run there instead. And I know how fast I can typically run. So
Mm.
depending on like how many miles. So
Yeah.
I know the mileage. I can know how fast I can get there.
Nice. Hell yeah. Speed. I am speed. Okay. Rounding it back to the whole normalizing thing. Okay, ready for this?
What a tangent.
That's what.
She wasn't even a tangent. We went so deep into that
That's
one
it. That's
topic.
and then we were just like jumping to next. Like,
Mhm.
I love these episodes. I love these episodes.
We aren't a paintball podcast.
But okay, we'll talk about the team in a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
But here's another thing: accepting long terms of like incredibly long and absurd terms of service without reading it.
Oh.
Right? You'll be like, oh
Yeah,
man,
we're all guilty of it.
this. Yeah, because if you want to use anything online, you got to accept the terms of service, right? Like, and it's always this absolutely incredibly long thing of like 27 pages. And I'm not trying to read all that. Right? And sadly, I'm one of those people that just like clicks. Like in the fine print, I bet there's probably like, oh, you would have to sacrifice your firstborn child, or like
You pressed it. You said it was okay.
exactly, right? Or when it comes to people like, oh man, I'm pissed that they're selling my information to China.
Is there any
We're
laws about
we're
like?
at fault.
Is there any laws about like fine print, like hidden details? Like, oh, like I didn't know that was in the fine print. Like, is there rules or laws against that, or is it like,
I'm
oh,
not
it's in the
a,
fine print?
you
Like,
know, I'm not a lawyer, but there's probably some verbiage that is used where it's like so gray area. Where there
we're gonna look this up.
tons of gray area where it's like it's open for interpretation, and that's why it's really important to get a crazy expensive ass lawyer to where they are like when they're typing up a contract, it is like 50 pages long because you want to make sure it's covering your ass in every single scenario.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we have like proposals at work, and we have to list it all out. Like we are not doing this. Like you have to make it clear. But
Yep.
I mean, this says the law requires all material to be clear and conspicuous. But I mean, the terms and conditions is like pretty clear. We just don't read it.
Mm-hmm. And that's
So,
just so that is so normalized, just not even giving a shit and just like reading it, or just
right.
not reading it and just clicking it.
Hmm.
Like, man, why are they selling my data to China? That's our fault, bro. We told them we could. We told them they could. Because in their logic, they're
They
like,
make our phones.
wait, why are they mad? They clicked yes. Right? That's just one thing that is just very, very weird. But here we go. Ready for this one, Caden? Monthly subscriptions. Dude, I feel like that people do not realize how much that really is like chipping away. Like, okay, Caden, you're a young lad. I assume that your Netflix and your HBO Go and all your shit, your parents usually pay for.
Yeah, I pay for Crunchyroll, Spotify.
That's it,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
but
but
my
imagine if you did
Spotify
pay for
also
all of it.
pays. My Spotify also pays for my Hulu,
Oh hell
and I
yeah,
probably would. Or actually, I could probably leech off of it for forever.
that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's at least that's normalized, right? Where
You know,
we can. It's a until Netflix kind of made that thing where it's like, hey, you can't go to someone else's house and log in,
right?
dude. Biggest L ever, right? Because now it's almost like I almost want to be like, oh well, fuck you, Netflix, telling me what I can
Right.
and can't do.
Hmm.
But it's so weird because people don't realize how much is actually being like chipped away at their monthly
Wallet.
income when it comes to subscriptions, and then
Good
they
point.
have to be like, oh man, I don't even know where to begin. So they get stupid ass companies to be like, oh hey, you're paying for way too many subscriptions. They're being told by another company, hey, like okay, like what's another one, like Rocket Money or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, Rocket Money. Yeah, yeah.
Right, where it's like, hey, you're paying for too much stuff. It's like I just paid them to tell me that, you
Hmm.
know. Then you got to pay an extra fee to like make sure to like have them sort it all out and tell you how to cancel it.
Right, which isn't that. It was one thing. So I did a free trial for this, and it was actually really cool because I wanted to do like a solo leveling type thing. I downloaded this app where you could track your workouts, and it'll give you like scores and rankings, like gold, platinum, like
Oh
whatever.
hell
It's like,
yeah,
oh, you have
sick.
plat ranked chests and like gold rated legs and stuff. And I did that for the free trial, and that was fun. But I wouldn't. It was like $60 for like for like the year, I think, or
I
something
guess
like
that's
that. And I was
not
like,
too bad, but it's like
but it's like,
that's how they get you is by
why?
thinking it's not too bad. That's how they get you.
Yeah, stacks up. Oh,
It does
random
stack up.
side note. This is the opposite of what we're discussing, but I think I'm happy that's getting normalized because I was talking about this with Cody the other day. Anime is getting more normalized. And you could tell by like even Netflix. Netflix has so many fucking animes, and I'm happy about that.
For sure, you watch one anime and it's recommending you 40 more.
Fucking Demon Slayer was fucking one of the highest grossing movies like at that time in the United States.
I agree, and I think
It's
it's
not even an
because
American movie.
I think a lot of it's because people from our generation, that people from like the 1990s and up, all realize that okay, we all grew up with cartoons,
Right.
right? There's nothing wrong with watching a cartoon
Right.
because technically that's what it is. But you can
It's
just do so much more with,
it's just a
anime
fucking
than you can with real life, you know? And also, yeah, for sure, it's the weebs that make it like really, really cringy, you know? And don't get me wrong, cosplay, dude, that shit is. I've seen some
some of it's
crazy
sick.
suits. I've seen some crazy get-ups. I have seen some absolutely absurd like builds. Is that what you would call them? Builds?
Sure. Yeah,
Um,
I would want to go do a
I
sick ass
mean,
cosplay.
shit, dude.
If I
What do
could,
we call?
there's one I really do. Actually, yeah,
Who we
that's a
call?
spoiler. I
All
can't
right,
say.
who we
There's
cosplaying as?
one I really, really want to do, but it's like a spoiler. It's a character from Chainsaw Man, but it's a specific version of them.
Hmm.
But it's like a big spoiler. I can't
Okay.
say.
I think I might want to do like I think it'd be sick to do Dutch from Red Dead 2. You know? Do you know who that is?
Dutch.
Have you not
I
played
don't
Red
think
Dead
I
2?
do. I don't. No, I
Oh
haven't.
my dude, that's a fucking serious problem. Look him up. Look him up. Dutch from
Dutch
Red
from
Dead 2. I feel like that would be a
oh
sick ass
Red
character
Dead
to
23.
cosplay as that I could actually kind of pull off.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. It's like if I did a cosplay, like I would get mad that I have facial hair and they don't. That's sick. That'd be a nice, easy one to do.
Right? You know? I feel like that would be relatively easy. I have a plan, Arthur.
I wanna, like,
Tahiti.
I want to like show you this, but also like don't want to like show
You
you.
don't want to. You
just
don't
in
want to
case.
spoil it. I
But you
don't
wouldn't
care.
know.
It's okay.
You wouldn't.
I don't
You
care.
wouldn't know.
You can spoil it. But I like what you said about it being normalized. Is because, dude, you would be low key be when I was a kid and we would like get together in like secret meetings and watch Naruto. Like people would like, I wouldn't say people would beat you up, but
Right.
people would obviously look at you different, look at you like you're a freak,
Mhm.
you know? And now everybody's watching it. Now everybody's watching. The people that probably bullied me probably watch it every day,
Right.
you know? But now
Changes your life, man. It changes your
I
life.
completely agree with that. I think that it for anybody who's like, "Oh, I cannot watch anime like that." They have not found the one.
Right.
There's always one, you know. Some people it's like Hunter x Hunter, some people it's Naruto, some people it's Attack on Titan,
Hunter x Hunter was my
right?
first.
Like especially
And
when
I
you
used
have
to be a hater. I used to be a hater, and then my friend had it in his room, and I just sat there. Cause I wasn't forced to watch it, but he just had it on. I just sat there, and I was like,
I might as well
"Alright."
endure.
Yeah. I was a hater before.
And now you love it, bro. Now you're
Changed.
now you're way different.
Mhm.
Now I would consider myself an anime fan. You know? And also, okay,
I put myself up there.
I
If
think
anyone starts a conversation, I know characters' names. I can tell you the whole plot.
yeah,
Like I'm an anime nerd. I'd give myself that title.
I think one thing that also made it so much more normal was Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that just because
Yeah,
that wasn't
I do agree with that.
a Japanese anime, that was an American anime, and people are like, "Oh, well, I'm feeling patriotic. It's American," and then
The
they're
other
like,
the
"I
other
like it
one
more."
too that people don't classify, Pokemon. Pokemon's also an anime.
Pokemon is 100% an anime,
Yeah,
but I guess okay,
people don't think about that.
and because people classify that as a cartoon because you
Right.
wake up with it on Saturdays and in the mornings because Pokemon would be on in the morning, right? People just assume that is a cartoon, not an anime,
Right.
right? So that's it. What a crazy world we live in, bro. What a crazy world we live in. But okay, I got a couple more when it comes
What
to
other weird topics?
I got a couple other ones. All right, so ghosting conversations instead of direct communication. That is a thing that is way more normal now, where especially when it comes to social media, people will just like leave you on delivered
Right.
instead of like replying back. And I'm not even gonna lie, I've done it before. I've had a problem with
Yeah.
it. I feel like everybody realistically has at some point or another.
And it goes with the thing I was thinking where it's like I'm trying to be off my phone too, where it's like it's hard to like fucking reply. And like sometimes it's hard to just send that text of like, hey, I'm not gonna fucking reply to you.
Yeah, because it's also like, why do I need to declare that I'm not gonna text him?
like what do I owe you almost?
Yeah, but then it's also like,
But it's
okay,
also like a kindness thing.
right? So I also look at it like this. This is a incredibly based opinion that people may or may not agree with. Some people, yeah, they owe it to me. I'm being genuine. I'm being serious. I'm being
that's fair.
serious.
That's
right?
fair. I'm laughing. That's fair.
Caden, you and I have such a friendship now to where
Right.
I owe you my answer.
Right. Yeah. Likewise.
right? Like we are good enough friends to where, dude, if anything were to happen at any time of night or day, dude, we're there for each other,
Right.
right? There are very few people
Driving 3 hours. Yeah.
that I'm very select for with when it comes to that, but I would say there are people that owe it to you,
Right.
you know, like okay, like my grandparents, like I owe it to them to like pick up the phone. Right? I mean, dude, I've even picked up the phone on the podcast before with my grandma, and she's just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Recording the podcast, mom." And she's like, "Nice, bye." I'm like, "Okay." So interesting, right? Dementia's a crazy drug, but yeah. Anyway, what were we saying?
Ghosting.
Yeah, ghosting. That is a way too normalized thing. Even okay, obviously, Caden, I don't think you've been in the realm anywhere near as much as I have when it comes to online dating. When it came to online dating, that was like, dude, that is a girl's best friend is Casper, bro. Just fucking ghost him. You don't even want to look at him, ghost him.
Ghost them.
Ghost him. It is such a normalized thing. Hey, I'm just not even going to reply. I'm just going to pretend like I don't even see it. Bro, I see that you're active online and I sent you a DM and you look at your phone. I know you see it.
Right.
Right? And I'm bad at it. Like I've ghosted some people before. Like I'm not. I can't say I'm a saint.
My Instagram is bad. I have people I haven't responded to in weeks.
Oh yeah, like who? You should reply to him after this.
Here,
Let's
you can
dive
see
in.
who the furthest one is.
The furthest one? Oh, dude, if I were to go to the furthest one, it'd be years.
Let's see. Scroll. Oh God. The longest I have, let's see, is 10 weeks.
Damn, 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Damn,
what.
to think that's like
almost 3 months.
that's a fifth of a it's a fifth of a year. You know, that's crazy to think about.
I just haven't. I just want.
Whatever, it's okay. You know, but it was funny. I was actually talking with Cedar not even that long ago, like this past weekend, when it comes to like reaching out and stuff like that, right? Where, you know, sometimes it is genuinely hard to like reach out to get that message because you're just like, am I bothering them? And do I like it? Sometimes you feel like a burden. And at least for me, I feel like anybody that texts me like that, like I am not popular. I am not famous enough to have anybody like feel like they're bothering me to text me, you know? Right? I feel like the second you kind of feel that, you're a freak. You know? The second you feel like, oh man, like these people are bothering me because they're calling me so much.
Let's make you that famous.
No, stop. Well, that will realistically never happen. But
FTS is a small channel. We're never going big.
You know, it's the thing is that's interesting about that is the second people really start to get big that's when they really start to change and their opinions are kind of like portrayed differently on the internet.
Like what? Like people don't want to get canceled type
Yes,
thing?
I think that is a very big thing is that because people are like, oh my God, like I'm sponsored by what's an easy one?
Sponsored by Paintball.
Oh God. Oh shit. Oh God. But like, okay, what's like a really big company? Okay, like Adidas. If you're sponsored by Adidas and you make a controversial statement, they will drop you. And imagine that's your biggest sponsor where that is like you're a huge part of your income. Right. Boom, now it's gone just because of an opinion, right? And that's another thing that is so weirdly normalized is hating somebody or even possibly wishing death on somebody for a different opinion. Dude, that is so weirdly normalized now. Like this is one of the reasons why I try to stay off social media is I look at some of these interactions that are online and I'm like, is AI taking it over? Because these people are ballistic, right?
They're bots,
like,
bro. They're not real.
It seems like it has to be bots. Like,
right.
Like a good example is Charlie Kirk. That is as memey as that is, and don't get me wrong, I love the memes, but I would people were so weird about it. There were some people that, oh, I'm glad he's dead.
Thank God.
Thank God. That's weird for me. That's so weird for me.
Like, yeah, like, don't agree with him. don't have to like them. Wishing death and celebrating?
Yeah, dude, that is so weird. Or even when you see journalists going down the street, because one thing I love to watch, this may
Mhm.
tell what type of person I am. I love watching street interviews. I love when people go down and document on the ground level of what people are feeling as the public consensus on the ground. You know, there's plenty of people that like go around and they're like, "Oh, I interview millionaires and billionaires, and they try to tell me how they make their money." Okay,
Yeah.
that's great, but I
Those
love
videos are
listen.
cool. I like those
I
videos.
Yes, I do. I love those videos as well. But what I really like to do is I like to see the people that are also just like me.
Right.
You know, normal, I
Average
guess.
Joes.
You know, and uh, just seeing the way people react to independent journalists now. They're like, "Oh, don't get Charlie Kirked," and it's like they're hoping that like these people get shot as street
Right.
interviewers. Bro, it's
Just crazy.
crazy the world we live in, where um, dude, crime is like celebrated. It is so fucking weird.
Weird.
Like I look at myself and I see these things where okay, like in California, where a guy is defending his house against a robber.
Oh god.
A guy is
Yeah.
defending his house against a robber, shoots the guy, trying to kill him and break in and steal his shit, and the guy gets arrested for murder. Bro, what? In what world should that ever be a thing? Dude, we are America. It used to be you disagreed with somebody, buddy, take 10 paces and we're dueling. You know? Like obviously that's the extreme wild west, but dude, people are like, "Oh, well, there's no materialistic thing that's worth more than a human life." What? What? Like
Uh,
it just doesn't make sense to me. Or it's like, okay, I don't even have. It's not even like I have like children, but it's like my girlfriend, dude. I'm the first line of
right.
defense. You know, like where I see these things where these people break in and do robberies on these people's houses while they're there, and then this dude's wife and kids are in the bedroom, and
Right.
he's
Your first thought is let me protect my family.
dude straight up right, and
Mhm.
no matter what, I'm not gonna let that shit happen. If it's gonna be me or them, it's not gonna be me. You know, like it is just so weird, especially because look at like I mean I don't know about you, I see tons of videos of um like theft.
Mhm.
There's like certain things where I guess in parts of California where if it was under $1,000 in one time, like, dude, you're good.
I don't think that's part. I think that's all California.
That's
As long as you
insane,
don't hit 1,000, they won't come for you.
dude. Then you might as well just steal
Or
$999 every time.
it's not like criminal. I let me fact check myself.
But like that is just so weird how it's like the like stealing is so normal now, you know? And I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird and people are just going to look at me weird cuz I
Okay,
think
yeah.
that
So under 1,000, it's just a misdemeanor. But when you hit 1,000 over it, it counts as a felony.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't want a misdemeanor. You know?
I don't
Like
want a
I don't
misdemeanor.
want anything like that. I don't even want to and the thing is so weird about it is people are like, "Oh, dude, you bootlicker. You
Right.
bootlicker. Like these people are stealing. These people are stealing to feed their families." Bro, they're grabbing black Air Force Ones. What do you mean? Like there's just so much weird stuff going on that makes America look like a fucking third world country. Makes us look like shit.
Hey, but you know, it just reminds me of when this lady got arrested in my store at Chipotle.
Huh?
She robbed Walmart and ran to our store. Fucking cops came
What?
in. Cops came in, and I knew something was wrong with this shit because she was like looking around, like acting all crazy, and she ended up going to the bathroom. Cops walk in like in our front door like 5 minutes later. My boss just points to the bathroom, and they get her. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Dude, you want to hear a crazy story about the local paintball shop that's in my area?
Okay,
So
what?
back in the day, I heard the story from the owner. Uh, so back in the day, someone tried to rob it, like burglar, like go in
Okay,
and held them at gunpoint, tied them up, and is like, "We're stealing all the shit." So they stole a ton of guns. Stole a ton of guns. And then,
That's insane.
I don't know when this was, but this is like before I started playing. So I started playing in like 2014. So this is before then. I think this might even been like the early 2000s type shit. But
Okay. Okay.
uh, so like apparently like they beat him up, like beat up like one of the employees or something, right? And the guy uh either steals a truck or gets in a truck while the cops get there as he's peels out, crashes into the Waffle House, and they shoot him to death.
Uh,
And so you ready for this? All those guns, evidence. Now the paintball store
damn.
doesn't get any of those guns.
Um,
So they just lost like, I mean, think about it. Like
what
back,
happens at that point? Is it like insurance? You need like insurance
I
over
think so.
your. Yeah.
100% you need insurance, but it's like they're what weirdly normalized is insurance companies like trying not to help people. That's weird.
That's another weird thing. Yes.
That's weird, bro. You know, like people where it's like, oh man, they're getting their cancer treatment denied.
Read.
Weird, bro. What the fuck is going on? What kind of reality are we living in when that can't even be treated? You know, like I think I'm just a fucking weirdo, dude. I think I'm just a weirdo. But you know, so a couple more things that I got when it comes to this. I think that it's really weird that we use invisible money. When it comes to we want something, we are going out with a plastic card and tapping a plastic card with invisible money.
I mean,
Like,
who said plastic? I have metal.
oh
Just kidding.
shit, my bad, dude. Mr. Freaking Daddy's boy.
No, I'm kidding.
Like, but
I'm
isn't
kidding.
that also weird? Where it's like, you know, everything was physical until like 30
I mean, I
years
think it's
ago.
good. I think it's odd. Yeah, I could say it's odd, but I think it's easier. Obviously, that's why people don't have coins, right? Like they did the paper. It's not as heavy, right?
Yeah,
And we're transcending.
but it is very very weird, and this is gonna segue to the next thing that I have for us
Right.
is aliens. If aliens observe Earth, what are some things that they would find odd that humans do?
Mm.
I think that is one of them. They'd be like, they tap a plastic card and they get food from it.
So I could be really like, I could be dumb and just be like, well, technically we're aliens, so whatever you and I just thought was weird that was normalized is what they'd probably think was weird.
All right.
But what do I think aliens would find weird?
They'd be like,
Mm,
they see two humans like shaking hands. They'd
I
be
I
like,
was gonna say I think human relation would probably be the weirdest thing. Whereas like if I saw aliens, I think the weirdest thing is either like their physical appearance or like how they communicate or like
yes,
how they have sex or fucking or like their culture or whatever, like how they interact with each other.
yes. I think. You ever seen Scary Movie 3? Oh,
Don't
dude,
remember. I don't remember the third
that's a
one.
tragedy. We gotta rewatch that with you. But that was like a perfect example of like what the thing because uh, in one of the scenes, there's a guy who like all of a sudden they're out in the farm and they just starting getting like choked by all these aliens.
Okay.
Right, they're just getting fucking strangled. And then all of a sudden, this guy, they're like freaking out, and then boom, swings a shovel, cuts one of their heads off. All the aliens are like, "What the hell did you do that for?" Right? And they're like, "You're choking us." Like, that's how we say hello, hello, and they're like strangling him, right? And like, isn't that just so weird when it comes to like aliens? They see us using our fleshy appendages to touch for a second, shake, look each other in the eyes, and we're okay.
But they probably say hello telepathically.
That's a very valid thing. They could even like break the sound barrier where, you know, it can't be heard except telepathically, you know? Like now we're getting into some deep shit. Now we're really getting into
The
some deep
fucking
shit, right?
aliens. Oh god.
But like, okay, running in place on a treadmill. Like they're like, these guys are paying to lift heavy things? These guys are all meeting up at a place to lift heavy things and they're paying for it?
That's weird. Let me just fucking
Yeah. You know,
just,
let it just fly away.
like,
But
I could just
isn't that also like a weird concept for us as humans?
hmm.
Because at that point
No,
they'd be like, oh, why don't you just
no, no,
lift
no.
heavy things productively?
You know what I think would be weird is having pets.
Yes,
I feel like
walking a
that's
dog.
like
They could possibly think that they're like, okay, this is gonna be crazy comparison, but I've even seen humans make this comparison. They're like, dude, they're just their slaves. You know, like
okay.
they look at a dog, they look at dude, what? They look at
Okay.
these animals as slaves. They're like, oh, dude, this guy he keeps his dog on a leash and walks him. Dude, no way. They feed
Okay,
him
well the dog
twice
doesn't
a
do
day.
shit
They
for
don't
me.
even let him eat when he wants. Wow, dude, these
There's no way
motherfuckers.
that's real. There's no way that's
Dude,
real.
I have met people that are like that. Real life people that are like that. They're like, I can never own another animal. That's like a form of slavery. And I said, dude, never talk to me again.
Right.
Because people who don't like dogs, people who are like have bad aura around dogs, you just can't trust them, bro. You just can't.
Right.
You know. But I think what you said there is like with pets, that is a very weird concept to aliens. I feel like. You know.
Imagine if an alien had a pet human.
Dude, I mean, there are humans that have human pets. Not even gonna lie, which is crazy.
Oh god.
You know.
Oh god.
Like I saw this one live stream where this chick had this dude on a leash, and he's in like a gimp suit. He's in like a skin tight like leather black suit that's like covering all of his whole body except for his eyes and his mouth. And she's like whipping him.
Freaks, bro.
Isn't that weird?
Weird.
Like that is some alien shit, dude. That is some alien shit. But okay, so
Weird.
waiting for the light to turn green when there's nobody there. They're going to look at that and be like, why are they not just going? Or just lines in general. They're going to be like, why are they standing in a nicely organized line when they could all just go in and get it at once?
I've never thought about the red light and green light thing like that, but that's a good point.
Right? Like, you're
Why
telling
should I
me,
wait if no one's there?
right? And because the thing is, okay, so back in the day when I was like in college and stuff like that, the community college that I went to, it was like to get to it from my house, I would have to like go through the country to get to it. And it would be super fucking dark all the goddamn time. And I don't even know where I was going. Where was I going with this? What were we just talking about?
Red light, green light?
The red light, green light. Okay. And I remember me and my friend are going on like Tuesdays. We had a class at the same time, so we'd go to school at the same time. Like he'd drive in front of me and I would just follow him. I remember one time there was a thing where we're sitting at a red light. It's like a brand new red light. You know, there's a stop sign there for years, but now there's a red light.
Right.
We're sitting there for like 3 minutes, just sitting there, and we're giving each other Naruto hand signals on how to like, you know, on signaling to each other like, do we just run it? And the second he ran it, a cop pulls out of the orchard and gets him. The second he blew that light.
I'm pretty sure there's a rule though. Like if you wait through for like a certain amount of cycles, like there's nothing you can do because that's happened to me on motorcycles. Because sometimes those
the weight plates don't
it's
recognize
weight plates
you.
it's weight plates instead of the camera, and it won't track you. So sometimes I've had to do that.
Yeah.
And I know there's a law where if there's a certain amount of cycles, like you're allowed to go.
Is that? Put that into AI, bro. I need to know.
How many stoplight?
Or when is it legal to run a red light? You know, that I feel like that's a pretty good question, you know? Because at what point is it just I'm just like looking left and I'm looking right and no one's coming. At what point do I just go? But isn't that also just a weird concept that a light on a pole is dictating us from going or not? That is like, we've evolved as a society that the aliens would look at that and be like, why are they not just flying? Okay, you're looking very confused.
Yeah, because now it's saying in California it doesn't, but I swear to fucking God.
Well, dude, in California, there are some places where it's illegal to turn right on a red.
Yeah, those are different.
Which is cheeks, bro. Let me just go. Okay, so another.
Yeah, so people on here say, yeah, if you sat through 2 cycles, you can go through it. But
I feel like this is so gray area that it's like at this point it's like refs discretion, cops discretion when you're getting pulled over. You know,
like officer, I waited two times. Like Africa.
He's gonna be like, bro, give me your fucking license. You know?
He's reaching.
Right. Oof. God damn, that's a scary thought for sure. But okay, ready for this? Paying to experience fear. Roller coasters, scary movies,
Oh my fucking
skydiving.
god. For aliens or just like
For aliens, that's a weird concept because it's like we are paying to experience a fear.
You have a fear of roller coasters.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking
Roller
about
coasters
even
are
normal
for
people.
adrenaline. No. I guess the scarier they are, the more adrenaline. So I'll give you that.
Oh, so you don't think skydiving is scary? You just think it's adrenaline?
I'm not skydiving.
Then
Scary.
shut up. That is scary, right? But people pay for that thrill. People pay for that thrill.
I'm scared of heights like that. That's scary.
I mean,
Oh,
okay.
what's worse? No, honestly, I would rather do skydiving than a hot air balloon ride.
Hot air balloon ride, you are done.
I feel like a hot air balloon ride is
bro.
so much more scary. That's just personally.
Well, dude, because you're fucked. If one little piece catches on fire, you are crashing down in a fireball. At least when you're skydiving and your first chute doesn't work, your second chute is probably gonna work.
Call of Duty fucking suit fucking what game was that?
Wingsuit?
Was that in 3? Where that happened in the campaign?
There's probably a couple of them where you
Just
get
a few,
you jump off a cliff and you like spread your wings out and then like a little wingsuit comes out and you're like,
Bro, I'd be a pro at that first try. You fucking
God,
spread
dude.
out.
Man, I've seen some where I don't know what exactly that's called. Is that called like wing gliding? I think it's called
Wing gliding.
wing gliding. And I saw this one where these guys are made the jump. They're going. They're like scissoring through these mountains. And bro, he looks down and turns around, sees his homie not be high enough, and hit the mountain, like the very tip of the mountain. And he's like screaming. He's like, no! Like why? Like because he's in the air still, and he just like has to hold his formation of just like going forward. And he just saw his homie just get wrecked.
Insane.
Like people pay to experience fear. What is it? How weird of a concept and a weird human concept that is. What other animal on Earth wants to experience fear?
Interesting.
Right? Like, name one animal that wants to experience fear. That we know wants to. None. Literally none. I can't even think of one.
Or we just can't communicate with them.
That's very, very true. But I feel like
maybe dolphins are into that weird shit.
Maybe. I feel like we've documented so much on so many animals to where not a single one is proven that nice. I want to put myself in a bad position where I could possibly die.
Right.
Right? Like a snake even hears a human footstep. That thing's slithering away for the most part. Right? They don't even want to.
Or they're standing their ground.
Exactly, right? Like unless it's like an animal only really stands its ground if there is no other option. Right? What a weird thing that us humans do. Like aliens would be looking at us from the sky and be like, "What are these guys doing?" These guys are going in a room, putting themselves on a screen of something that is fake, and it scares them, and they like doing that. They're going into watching the movie The Conjuring to like freak themselves out. You know?
Interesting thought. Never thought about it.
Right? Like when we watched 28 Years Later, that was like we are purposefully putting ourselves in a dark room to set the scenario and like and put ourselves into a different reality.
We still need to watch the Bone Temple.
I'm in, dude. I'm in. We definitely do need to do that, right?
Yeah.
But I got two more. I got two more for this one.
All right.
How weird is it for aliens to look at us humans and be like, dude, these guys are just gonna sleep for 1/3 of their life? Like,
I sleepy. I eat.
Right? How weird is that though? Like we just sleep for 1/3 of our lives. Like the average person loves to get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I haven't been getting 8 hours recently. It's kind of sad.
Dude, I can't even remember when I got 8 hours. I'm also an insomniac. Like I never really have been able to like sleep very well to where like I can operate on like 4 to 5 hours of sleep like every day usually.
4 to 5 every day. I can't do that.
But another thing is like
I barely function on 6.
I also like to do a thing like, okay, the weekend after a tournament, I like to take one day where I can like sleep in until like 10:30. Where I can like regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but for the
would
most
love
part,
to do that this Saturday, but we grinding.
I know, right? Do we do be grinding, right? But Dude, Loki looks like one of our boys might be coming in. You see who's in room 40? Do you see who that is? I'm gonna text him right now. Okay. Anyway, but it's funny because if he gets, I just text him. That's Smiley Joe, bro. I don't know if you know that.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
Smiley Joe. Oh, sweet. All right, let's drag him in, dude.
Yep.
Late guest appearance, dude. Love this guy.
Late guest appearance.
Yo.
Smiley Joe.
Hold on, let me turn on.
What is
What's
up,
up,
brother? What is up,
What's
brother?
going on?
So what's going on? What did I miss today so far?
Dude, so we were basically kind of talking about how there's like a lot of weird things that are normalized, in today's society, right? And we
Oh yeah.
and one was like Love Island. That's like a weird thing that is so acceptable now, lusting after someone who's not really your partner, or like you having a partner and then picking somebody else immediately, right, while you're with that other person. So weird.
Oh yeah. There's like no loyalty and
No.
such. Like if you want to be like, you get punished for doing the honorable thing, and it's just like, what the like, what's the purpose of doing the right thing at this point if you're just going to be if someone's going to, there's repercussions for it. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. And one question we just asked is, that one where it's like gay son or thought daughter? We were just like, gay son or daughter that goes on Love Island?
Gay son or thought?
Caden brought up a valid point where he's like, well, at least I wouldn't have to tell anybody that she's on. If I have a gay son, I wouldn't have to tell anybody that I have a daughter that goes on Love Island. I'm like, that's a very valid point.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess having a gay son would be the lesser of the two problem or two issues there. Yeah.
But
and one of the other topics we brought up was, how weird is it if aliens were to look at humans and see that we pay to scare ourselves with like movies or
roller coasters
skydiving, roller coasters, right?
For some adrenaline rush, they must. Well, if aliens, they probably are looking. They probably do stuff like that too. I would assume like, or are would the emotional side of aliens be that they are just neutral in every way? Like they get no thrill out of anything they do. So like, what if they jump off like a cliff and like there's no repercussions? They're like, oh yeah, we're just super built that like if we jump off a cliff, we land and we're fine. Where us humans, we hit a point where if we just keep falling, we're going to like everything in our system is just gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So there's repercussions for us, but for they're probably like, oh yeah, it's neutral, like cool, try to kill us. I don't know, like.
But
I'd love to talk to an alien.
I know, right? But
Dude.
there's no other animal on Earth that like that enjoys to put themselves in a situation where they could possibly die.
Yeah.
Like every single time an animal was like goes for like the easy prey, they will get the prey that they can get. They don't go for the hardest one possible. Unless you're a lion going for a giraffe, that is pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, what if the falcon flies the fastest? So like would they put themselves at danger flying so fast to like, because when they come down though, they like peak their speed and they hit the ground and then they like apex at the bottom. Like it's like a slap on the animal.
I don't think that's
so
adrenaline. I think it's natural instinct.
I don't know. I can't think of any other animals that put themselves at risk to.
Is us trying to find that fear our substitute for that natural instinct since we don't hunt anymore?
That
our
is
life's not on the line.
That is a very valid thing that you just said there, Caden. That absolutely could be it. Our body needs it.
Yeah, It's like we're designed to walk for miles on end. Like we're not the fastest creatures on the planet. We're not the strongest, but we have to like substitute those processes with being a adrenaline. Like, oh yeah, how can we fill that void? So that would make sense though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's also probably weird that like, okay, an alien would probably look at Smiley Joe and be like, "Why is this motherfucker controlling the bees? This guy is bee bending." You know, like
Yeah, why are they his slaves? Like, why is he the master of those?
dude, I just said that. I was saying how, they, because to aliens it'd be weird seeing us like walk a dog or like have a pet. Because I was telling Caden, I was like, dude, I met freaky people where they're like, dude, I would never own another animal because that's basically like having a slave. And it's so funny that you say that because they would look at you. Your first instinct was to say that the aliens would look like the bees are your slaves. What did I say, Caden?
Dude, you called it.
Would it be a slave if like they have free will to go out and do whatever they want? Like if I was to have a leash on them, like where does being a slave begin? Like to a creature?
This is a great question. That is a great question.
Because like if the dog, so if you're walking a dog and you're like, hey, I'm gonna let the dog go out and like if it wants to come back home, cool, let it come home. Like for me, like I let the bees go out, they do their thing. I don't account for them. I'm like, go do your thing. I provide a house for them, and I do take something from them, but it's like I don't take everything from them.
Yeah.
Same with like a dog. It's like the dog gives you love and joy every day. If you decide to like let it go out its leash and it decides to disappear, it's like okay, it has free will, but when you put a leash on it, that's when it's constrained and it's a slave, I guess.
It's very, very true. That is a dude. I never thought about it like that. Okay, I would say it would become a slave once it's that they work for you and they are not getting any compensation for it. That's what I would. Right? Is that not what I would? Because the thing is, the only difference between working a job and being a slave is you get paid for it. That is the only difference.
Fair, yeah.
That is the only difference, and the fact that you get to go home at night. That is the only difference between a job and a slave.
Fair enough.
And some people even think that like they're slaves now because you're just selling your time.
Money.
Yeah, but no, a lot of people don't realize they have the freedom of choice to do what they want to do. Like society sets them up to think, hey, okay,
Yes, you're forced to have a job.
65. You're forced to do all these things where someone like this is probably what an alien is like looks at us and is like, oh yeah, this person is a slave to person whether they know it or not, but like they have the free will to go and do whatever they want to. It's just never shown to us until someone says, hey, you can post a video online and it can some traction and you can make some money off of it. Oh, you could sell a digital product or you could sell advice to people. There's so many ways around it, but people grow up with the mindset of, hey, you gotta live a certain way, be a certain way, and just do things a certain way.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, okay. This could be highly controversial, but the way that aliens observe school, they're like, okay, we take them young and we teach them how to work. We don't teach them how to free think. We give them ideas that have already happened. That's what we teach them. And now they go out into the workforce and now they're just drones.
You know what that brings up is in the newer Star Trek probably came out in 2000. I forget what Star Trek it was, but they have the learning pods, and all the Spock and all his classmates and such on their planet
Oh, we lost you, brother.
Lessons.
Oh, there you go.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay. The learning pods they taught inside these they're domes with the center platform, raised walls, and it displays all different learnings and teachings around, and there's like some type of computer or something. We could say AI
Okay.
for that case,
Oh
but
God.
some type of digital display that's like as soon as you comprehend this material, then you're taught the next portion that will correlate and make you smarter. Where
Mhm.
aliens today, I mean, aliens could be like, oh yeah, we're gonna just train these people to just Earth here is the only thing can be a certain way.
Right.
Yeah,
It,
who knows?
the whole concept of just like society evolving is just so weird, considering that 2,000 years ago, the Earth looked like complete shit. Like there is nothing over a fucking brick shit house. You know.
Right.
I mean, obviously there's like the big civilizations like Rome and all that, but like but you know what I'm saying? Like there's no real electricity. You know, like there's no
Another one to look up.
firearms.
Another crazy society to look up after Rome was the Tartarian Empire. That's something that a lot of people don't know about, but that's history that has kind of been like deleted and such. Uh, that's a deep rabbit hole, but after Rome, look up Tartarian because like there's a lot of structures and such that are built in today's society that they're like, oh yeah, this is built in this time frame, and you look at it and you're like, how the hell was this built in the 1300s? Like seamless buildings. You have these massive 100 stones that don't have any like any gaps when they've settled. They don't crack or anything. And these buildings, they harvest some type of energy from a further from this mystical air area. It's called the ether, but you look at the Tartarian
shit.
Empire, like that's a whole deep rabbit hole of like what society has taught us and what hasn't been taught. But with like
the pyramids.
things during like the pyramids, right? So it ties into what has been taught to us in society. Like we're actually if we what I'm getting at is we're stupider today.
100%, 1,000%.
How do like household gardening and such? The majority of people don't like butcher a chicken to live off of like to supply yourself food. Like,
dude, I'm so convinced Smiley Joe was listening to our
bro,
episode before he even got here.
Dude, I legitimately.
I was doing glutes at the gym, so
we were talking about chickens and making your own eggs.
Yes,
earlier.
about how it's like the shit that they sell in the store now is fucking cancer. Is complete garbage, right? When you can raise your own chickens, and it's basically like the infinite food, infinite money glitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you look at like how if you want to harvest your own rainwater, like you can't do that.
How's that
That's
illegal?
illegal.
What is that? Why? Why?
Because of so it was during the time frame. It was sometime I think during the 1800s. Don't quote me on it. But there's like Nikola Tesla. He was a big in promoting free energy for people.
Yep.
So he was like, hey, give away free energy to people so people are self-sufficient and they don't need to buy electricity. So he was like, cool. But there was other big names that were out there that were like, oh, no, we don't like that concept. We need to put a governing device on households and on these devices so that we can then tax these people so that then we can supply a certain people. So you look at a governor of a say a water. For this case, we're going to say rainwater. If you don't have a device that can govern how much rainwater someone gets, then you can't tax them. Same with Actually, if you have a free electronic device that can create electricity for yourself, a generator, you can't tax that because there's no governor on it. So
Interesting.
yeah, so that's another big rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, like
but so like the big thing is like cancer at the stores and the food. Like if people become self-sufficient, then you need the bigger companies out there. If you go into healthcare, they're like they teach us they teach us the doctors in their nutrition wise, and like their nutritional teaching period is only a short period of time. I want to say it's maybe like 3 to 6 months of when they teach about nutrition. The thing that they talk about though for nutrition and their ways is a patient cured is a patient lost. So if you want to tie that over to, hey, so you're a patient in growing your own food, that's lost to the big guys. You're a patient in harvesting your own electricity, that's lost to the
PG&E is gonna fucking randomly drop a rock on your house or some shit.
They already know everything that I listen to, what I watch.
Yeah.
That's why I delete my history browser every night, but they still know. But yeah, they already know, and it's like it's just gonna be a while until everybody can recognize that, whether they want to think it's true or whatnot. Like everybody has to do their own due diligence and make their own decision at the end of the day with this type of stuff. But yeah, there's some like deep stuff with why we can't have free rainwater, why we can't have free electricity. Who knows what the real answer is?
Joe, I fucking love you, bro. I was like, I hope even if he joins for 5 seconds, I know it's gonna be a good time because I love when we go down these rabbit holes with each other. Because especially Joe, a lot of the recent conversations that you and I have had have been, dude, fucking like good ones for sure.
Yeah.
Right? And as our FTS correspondent that still goes to the events, dude, we fucking love you genuinely, and thank you for being here. Seriously, you're the fucking man.
I could come on towards the end, and if you guys want to, at any point, like I know I'm eating my sandwich after my workout. If you guys want to call it at any time, I'm not offended in any way.
Oh, you're good. I got time. I think Caden's got to go at like 8-ish to go pick something up, but hey, we are all good. But
all good.
Okay,
sorry, I'm eating my peanut butter and chocolate chip sandwich. So
dude, you got to get the gains.
Okay.
You got to get the gains, bro. Right? So, okay, for the aliens observed on Earth once. Okay, the last one is, it's weird. It would probably be weird for aliens to observe us falsifying reality on purpose, like kind of like Ready Player One, being at a computer and falsifying reality, playing as somebody else, playing as a fake character. You know, like that'd probably be really weird for them. And I'm a gamer, right? Where I love doing that. But to
GTA roleplay,
to an outsider, it just seems weird. Why would you want to fake living somewhere else? Well, because there's no fucking griffins in real life, people. You know. But
well, it's because you get like I think the big thing with it is like you look at like Minecraft, you look at GTA, you get to escape your current reality, and you get to have control of everything that you doing. Where
yes,
in your current reality, you don't think you could do that, but but you could do that if you wanted to. It just is there's some type of like mental block that people are like, yeah, you can't go and do this. Why? I don't know, but yeah, there's some there's a mental block that prevents you from going out and being like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy a helicopter, get my pilot's license, and fly a helicopter around and go like do cool shit with that.
I think part is because it's easy, right? Like in a video game, you don't need to get like in GTA, you don't need to go get a pilot's license to go fly a plane in GTA, right? Like at least in GTA, you just go walk up to the airport, make a jump, and then boom, you're in an airplane, you're stealing it. If you tried to do that in real life, dude, you are getting gunned down in a second. You're getting gunned down in a second. Actually, that's not
Five
true.
stars.
Fucking Sky King. You guys remember that guy?
Oh, is that the guy that started like doing flips and like?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just land her down.
Yep. Oh, so Joe, have you not ever heard about Sky King?
No.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I get emotional when I talk about this. And the reason why is because, dude, like, so the guy, he worked at the airport. The guy goes in the airport, goes on the tarmac, steals a fucking plane, steals a fucking passenger plane. No one's in it, though. But he steals a plane. And he's like flying and shit. And like, they're all like on the air traffic control. And they're like, hey, why don't you come on back? And he's like, well, you know, I'll probably, how much jail time this gonna get me? And he's like, kind of like, you know, making jokes of it like that. And then he's like, you know, do you think this thing could do a barrel roll? And so he does a barrel roll. There's video footage of it. The guy does a barrel roll in a what is this? Look it up.
737.
737. Thank you. 737. And no joke, when he comes up from doing it, dude, he misses the water by like 15 feet.
Wow.
15 feet. And the entire time, like, he has like the super heartfelt. Caden, look it up. We're gonna watch it right now. Look it up. Look up.
What was his name again? It was
Sky. Just look up Sky King. I guarantee you'll find it.
Okay.
But we might get
I'm
copyrighted.
surprised I haven't heard this.
We might get copyrighted by M82 because that band they do hella edits their music is in a ton of Sky King edits. But he's basically talking about how
There's
he's
a
like,
documentary over it now.
yeah, there's a documentary about it, and he's basically like, you know, there's probably a lot of people that would be disappointed in me right now, and he's like, I just threw up because he just did the barrel roll, right? Motherfucker just caught probably like 4 G's on accident, right? And he's like, I have a lot of regrets in life, but I love my family and blah blah blah. And I'm picturing this guy. Dude, that is the freest he has ever been in his entire life. And I'm just thinking of like having true freedom. Like, sure, we have freedom today in America, but dude, we do not have like the real freedom, like the one that they talk about in the fairy tales. Not even close. But just the fact that it looked like he was feeling that for like 5 minutes in the air. Caden, you got the video?
There's like, I can't find.
Share your screen.
Like I'm trying to find the specific one of him flying.
Share your screen. We'll find it.
Here,
But
try and find this.
I just like, I don't know. I just think of if I was in that scenario, I don't even know how I would feel. Like, it would feel so invigorating. Let's see this. Give me something quiet. Or you know, just look up Sky King edit. Guarantee that dope ass TikTok's gonna come.
Tribute.
The Richard Bebo Russell.
Yes, this guy is a legend, bro, in my opinion. Hit it.
Right,
Let's hit it.
What's
This
this?
TikTok? Oh, this is good. This is good. Where's the sound at? Oh, here we go. Listen.
It's going to disappoint them.
Look how close he's getting to the water.
To hear that I did this. I would like to apologize to each and every one of them. Just a broken guy. Got a few screws loose, I guess. Never really knew it until now.
The M83 music. Called him M82 earlier.
Nah, I told you, I don't want to hear no one. I just want you to whisper sweet nothings into my ear. Shoot, man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day. Just did a little circle around Rainier. It's beautiful. I think I got some gas to go check out the Olympics. And yeah.
The guy flew over the Olympics to go see it, and there are like jets behind him getting ready to shoot him down. Like, look, dude, I have goosebumps, bro. Look at that. Look at him go.
I think I was kind of hoping that was going to be it, you know? I'm going to land it. In a safe kind of manner. I think I'm,
So close.
Wow.
Dude.
And if that goes good, I'll just go nose down and call it a night.
Then he crashes. He's like, he did the barrel roll. I'm just going to go nose down and crash in an area where it's not going to hurt anybody. Like, dude, like, I'm not even gonna do that. Like, fucks me up to think about. Like the freedom where he's like, I'm just a
Crazy.
broken guy, the couple screws loose, and dude, like, how realistically, how close is? I mean, I'm not obviously not gonna hijack a plane, but how close is that to us? You know, like like a lot of us are just misunderstood, right? Obviously, us three in the call, we understand each other very, very well to where, we'd be able to check on each other. Dude, some people do not have that support system. When I made that post, it was either yesterday or earlier today, where I was like, man, just the fact that some people don't have this feeling, like don't have this as a team, as a family, as a bond. I get like emotional to think that people don't have that, to think that I am happy every day because I know that genuinely I'm loved by my people. To think that someone's possibly not going, that has never experienced that truly like breaks my heart. As like sissy as that sounds, but you know what I'm saying though.
God damn it!
It's like at least for me, that was probably the second time we've watched Sky King on the podcast before, but
Okay.
it still gets me every time. Because, I mean, dude, the guy did a barrel roll in a 737, like, and he's like, oh, I thought that was gonna be it. Like, what freedom that guy had. Like, knowing that you're probably you have the decision either go to prison for the rest of your life or die. And he chose death. That's like the ultimate freeing choice in a way. And I'm not even saying like, I'm not even, this is gonna make me sound like I think that, like killing yourself is like good, but I swear to God, that's not what I mean. What I mean by that is like, he chose what he wanted. He was like, I'm not
he had control of his life.
Exactly. He took that shit by the fucking steering wheel, pilot wise. Caden, your dad's a pilot. I wonder what his whole opinion on Sky King is. You should ask him.
I'm gonna ask him.
Like, do you know who Sky King is?
Right.
And imagine he's like, oh yeah, and then shows you his background. It's Sky King. But just some quick little ending topics that I do want to talk about, like when it comes to the team and everything, Caden.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think the team has been? Be honest.
It was in that weird state because for a moment there, everyone was busy doing something. Like we were all like lit for a second, and not for bad reasons. Like they were all valid reasons, but it was weird because we just weren't doing things together. And it's like when you and I saw each other, like we saw Brando, it's like, damn, like I'm happy we're together.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird to like get to that point where we don't see each other for a while, like besides through the screen.
Which is
So
blessed. That's more than what the average people get together.
Right. And you could definitely see that in our recent practice we had this weekend. Like we were angry at each other. Like we weren't, I don't know if that was because we haven't seen each other or we just weren't playing at a level, but we were genuinely angry. I think that part of that is because we haven't been together and we're angry with ourselves and angry that we aren't in that place we were at. And so it just took a second, but then the second day, I thought that completely changed. Like
I agree.
we fixed that and it was so much more productive and like being together, fixing the problems together. Like I think it put us in a better place than we were.
Yes. And to stack on top of what you're talking about right now is, so obviously after the WC we took a little bit of a break. Right, where we were able to kind of catch up on life. And Joe, you and I really talked about, when it comes to being a pro and what separates certain pros, right? That, I mean, some pros don't even play at all, basically, besides a tournament, right? And they're just still that good, Do you think that it was good for us, that break?
Asking Smiley Joe or me?
Do you, Caden?
I don't know. Like, I think it's obviously good to hone your skills, right? I think we could still be sharp. We could have still been sharpening the blade, but there is The mental part of
No.
it is a huge thing,
No,
and I
you
I
can
think the
you can
mental.
see it in how you're talking, Caden. You think the time off was not a good thing.
I think I don't think we were as committed to it as other people were. But do I think it was necessary to a point? Yeah.
I agree with that. I think it was definitely necessary. I think that a lot of us had to kind of catch up on life, or especially it's like, dude, when we're 3 years straight of competing in semi-pro, you kind of have to put certain parts of your life on pause. And when we kind of came back and we were kind of in this home setting, where we're home way more often, it's like, oh shit, like we have to catch up and make sure that we're okay.
I think Brando's like an easy example of it. Brando has to get his life on the right track right now, which is why it's just you and I right now.
That's very, very accurate. Like that's one thing that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's been touchy that we haven't talked about, but Brando has
Makes
been
me sad.
it makes me sad because he's been working so much. I even talked to his wife. I like kind of like ambushed her and I was like, hey, like, is he okay? Like, because obviously Brando, sometimes he lacks those communication skills, you know. So I went directly to the source. I went directly to the big boss, and I was like, yo, like I just want to make sure he's okay. And she's like, he's just working a ton. Like the guy had like 110 hours on his last fucking paycheck. Like, dude, it was insane. It was insane. Right? So the guy is just busy, always saving people's lives, right? And dude, that mental toll, right? That mental toll that it probably takes on you when you're doing a 18-hour day, and then you got to drive an hour home, then you got to go back the next day.
You give the same effort every single day,
right?
Yeah.
And it's like this is gonna sound so like sappy, but it's like, dude, that's low key like the hero's life. Saving people's life, getting not as much in return, if anything. Obviously, it's his job, so he's getting money for it. So that's like the good takeaway from it, right? But you know, that's like he's doing the hero's work, you know. And I miss him so much. You have no fucking idea. When I got to see him this past weekend, dude, it is so good. I don't know how to describe that feeling because I wouldn't say I get like emotional about it, but dude, I hold my team to a very, very high regard. Like, and I was telling him about it where, you know, when it came to like when I got my girlfriend, when I got Tegan, I actually introduced her to the paintball team first before my own mom. You know, because it's like
I didn't know that.
Because it's like because I love the boys so much and I hold them in such high regards, right? To where if they had an opinion and they're like, yo, Hatch, nah, bro, like not the one. Like I would low-key trust.
It's a family you get to choose.
Exactly, it's a family I get to choose, yeah. And I can. At least to me, it was a very big thing of like showing her paintball and bringing her into my element. If that makes sense, you know. Caden, did you have a scare like that when you brought in Sabrina?
I don't know. I mean, I've obviously made paintball like known, like, and this goes for not even just her, but just everyone. Like, for you, for example, it's like that is a blood brother that's not actually related by blood. Like that's how I'll explain it every time. Like everyone on the team is like someone that like I've shared blood, sweat, and tears with. That's a family I will ride or die with.
Genuinely. And oh man, I remember one time we were doing this thing, and I don't know how the topic came up, but like we're like, oh, I would never snitch on the team. And then I remember AJ was like, oh, Hatch, you'd be the first guy that would snitch. And then everybody was like, nah, dude, hell no, Hatch never snitching, bro.
Not the guy.
Because the thing is, like, dude, you would have to do. I'm trying to think of like the torture method that they would have to do to me to like get things out of me.
A Chinese water drop method.
No, worse. Way worse. Like what's it called? It's called like the plank or something like that. Hold on, I have it pulled up. I actually had a torture program ready for us to talk about.
What?
Well, no, the worst torture methods. But what's this one called? The rack. That's what it's called. The rack. That it would have to be worse than the rack to get me. If I am correct, the rack is like the one where you're like strapped like this, you know, like hands and feet like spread out, and they have a crank, and they just like pull you apart slowly.
Like medieval from the medieval
exactly,
times.
exactly from medieval Europe, right? And so that they would have to do something worse than that to me for me to get me to switch up on my boys straight up. Because I mean, I don't know. Like loyalty has always been a big thing for me, and everybody on this team has always been incredibly loyal to me. To where it's like, why would I not, you know, bear the crest on my chest with anybody else? Like everybody wants to be here. That's another thing is everybody wants to be here. Everybody is so good to where they could realistically go on any other team and be a starter. Any other team. Like, especially like around the Northern California area. They could go on any team and be a starter, play every point. But we all choose to be on this team. You know, and that just says a lot in like in regards of like volume for like how much we just hold each other accountable and hold us in high regard. You know, but it's funny that we were talking about like anger with each other, Caden. I feel like the reason why we can be so angry with each other is because at the end of the day, it's not we know for a fact we don't hate each other.
I was like, yeah, and like even after like we were yelling at each other, like what took 30 seconds in a minute, and we gave each other a hug.
Yeah.
People don't do that normally.
Right. And I remember I was pissed because I was like, dude, you're playing like a fucking coward. I remember I said that. I was like, you're playing paintball like a fucking coward, which that is a really, really big words that realistically, like, no man ever wants to be called a fucking coward. Right. And I realistically should not have even used that verbiage. It's all about my delivery. And that's one thing that I need to work on for sure is my delivery.
That was a heated day. It was heated day.
Absolutely. Right. As every high level paintball team is going to be, it's going to be heated. Right. I've seen some crazier shit. You know, but Joe, do you film pro practices anymore?
Dude, we don't have a lot of pro teams up here in the Northeast, so I don't really. The Knights are doing well. They're very composed with their like when they get mad. It's a short outburst, but everybody understands like it's an accountability. Thing. At the end of the day, it's like this is being said because it's to better the team. It's not a direct stab at you. It's we yell at each other because we see how good everybody is, and when we don't see you performing at that level, you're hurting yourself. More importantly, you're hurting the team, and that's the big thing that people forget. And it's like it's big picture wise that you have to. It's a team sport, and there's so much that goes into it. The Knights do too. Like if they have with who they have the potential to go pro.
Yeah.
So, any other up here, like I haven't really filmed much. The last pro practice, I would say, was when Revo was playing down in Connecticut. But they would yell at each other, and like, I think a lot of people don't know how to separate the yelling at one another and detach. Like it gets into their nervous system, and then they don't know how to. Yeah, they take it way too personal, which is which you should to a degree, but it's
you shouldn't lose sleep over it.
Right. It's like we're just.
You should piss at yourself that your teammate's yelling at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if a teammate, so like a teammate is bringing it to light because you actually knew that you did something wrong at that point, and maybe you didn't want to say anything to yourself, but yeah, I mean, it comes down to accountability.
Yeah, and so
yeah.
But luckily, okay, we'll cut it right here, Caden. Don't worry, stay for 30 more seconds.
30 seconds.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a quick little sign off. Joe, dude, thank you for being here, bro. Genuinely, fucking love you, dude. Caden, dude, look at us holding it down, dude. Look at it. We wouldn't be able to do it without Smiley Joe. Let me just say that. Wouldn't be able to do it without Smiley Joe.
No. You guys hold it down. I just randomly popped up.
No, let me tell you.
It's a blessing.
Whenever it's like a chill one, I'm like, fuck it. Oh, Smiley Joe can come. Fuck it. He's one of us. You know, I always
Mhm.
every time it's just a me and Caden episode, I'm like, I'm gonna just text Smiley Joe, see if he wants to come. You know, because I look at this as just like hangout sessions. We're not like going crazy. We don't got tons of topics to go fucking crazy over. We're just kind of talking. But
Yapping.
you know, if you guys made it this far, make sure you guys go shop Welt's Clothing, code FTS, get 10% off. They just had a dope American drop. You probably already missed it, but I do know they have like 1 or 2 sizes left. So go check that out. Use code FTS, save yourself some money. Hormesis Paintball. Look at that sick paintball headband that Caden's wearing. Smiley Joe's got like a one of one where it's super B boy. Sick headband, honestly. Love that. And then last but not least, Capital Edge Paintball Park. We're gonna be out there this weekend on a double. So come check us out before we head to WC. But you guys made it this far. Love you guys. Peace out. Bye.